Packers answered that Bolden touchdown with one to Jermichael Finley, and so now we start the second half tied at 14. This good matchup opening weekend of the NFL season, America's game of the week. Packers and 49ers. You can follow your favorite team all season long. Just go to itunes.com/NFL. Bastey's not just been good kicking the football, he's made a couple of hits, including a clean tackle earlier in the day. There will be no tackle here. Let's go down to the field and Pam Oliver.
Well, Joe, after a very good half of football, Jim Harbaugh wasn't all that interested in sharing any halftime adjustments, but he did feel like this game is going to come down to penalties and who takes care of the ball better. Meantime, for the Packers, Mike McCarthy extremely proud of the resilience his team showed. He said he talked about that at halftime, and he was proud of the way they adjusted and came back from that adversity. He said it's a 0-0 game now, and it's going to be a battle. Back to you.
All right, Pam, yeah, and he should be proud of that defense, and specifically Troy up front.
The defensive front has been outstanding. Really, the entire defense. 49ers had excellent field position to start most of their drives, and for them to hold up the way they did is really impressive.
On first down, the handoff to Gore, and he breaks out of the pile. Didn't look like there was much there. He gets 5. You touched on it earlier. We said his name, Johnny Jolly, who these Packers will tell you has brought a toughness up front to that defensive line. As you said, he was out of the game for 3 years, suspended for an addiction to codeine. He's worked his way back. We've seen him a lot out there here in game 1.
He's played well, and when the Packers were good against the run back in '09, it's not a coincidence that that's the last year that Johnny Jolly was a part of this club. He's helped them in this game.
Staley rocked back. We'll see if the officials are buying that, and they are.
Full start, number 74 offense, 5-yard penalty, second down.
Let's take a look at the timeline for Johnny Jolly.
In my mind and my heart, I knew that I'll be back, but I didn't know when I'll be back. I might drive myself crazy thinking about, how good I could have been.
Well, he was good at the time he was sent away from the game, and after 3 years out, I guess a mild surprise as Kendall Hunter carries it for a gain of 2. A mild surprise that he was as good as he was working his way back during camp. He's parlayed that into a lot of playing time here in week 1.
They did a nice job on that last play. He's just a hard guy to move, and he has been clogging up the inside lanes where Frank Gore has enjoyed so much success. There just hasn't been a lot of room for him to run here today.
Third down and 9. Kaepernick has Bolden, who has to fight for it and makes the catch. And what a debut for Anquan Bolden here in a 49er uniform. 22 yards on third down.
Now this is on Anquan Bolden. I mean, this is what he does so well. You see the traffic that he's in. He's having to go up, make a tough catch, a lot of hands there in the way and bodies, and he's able to haul it in and come down with the football. He's been doing that throughout his entire career.
They line the fullback Miller out wide to the right. Kaepernick comes left, and there he is again. Anquan Bolden looked like he had the first down and then maybe gave it up. Depends on the spot. We saw him on the right side. Now we see him on the left side. And it looked like he got about 9.5 as you look at the battle between Big Joe Staley, the 2-time Pro Bowler, and Clay Matthews.
Yeah, that's a great matchup between those two guys. Clay Matthews got the better of Joe Staley last year in week 1, and they saw that he had a little technique flaw. Greg Roman, the offensive coordinator, was the one who pointed it out to him. And once he got that squared away, he went on to have another Pro Bowl year, as you said. And when they met up in the playoffs, Clay Matthews was able to get a sack, but Joe Staley was much better in the rematch. And he's been good for the most part here this afternoon.
You can see they're a bit short of a first down, so second and less than a yard. When we talked to Greg Roman, the offensive coordinator, such a smart football mind here with the 49ers, he talked about Bolden. He said our team is practicing better than they have in the past, and Anquan Bolden is the one who set that tone. So he gives you a lot, and today he has been so good on the receiving end. He's got 8 catches for 104 yards and a touchdown. Hand off to Gore, and Frank has got a first down. Let's go to Joel Klatt for a game break.
Thanks, Joe, and every defensive lineman's dream right here. Bradford, pass deflected. Dan Williams picks it off, goes in for the pick 6. Arizona up 17-13.
So 2 teams part of that much improved NFC West. Seattle had to slug it out to win earlier today at Carolina. Kaepernick on first down steps up, and he's going to throw, and there he is again. Anquan Bolden, they're going to mark him down at the 16. Catch number 9 for number 81.
You just see over here, this is where Anquan Bolden's going to come in from, and just based on the way that the Packers are playing defensively, I mean, had Kaepernick have been able to put that ball on Bolden, on the run, he scores a touchdown, but they just clear out the zone. They've been reducing those splits, running a lot of the bunch sets, a lot of the same things Anquan Bolden did back in his days with the Arizona Cardinals, and they've just have continually found ways to free him up.
That was a 30-yarder to Bolden. Here's Gore, who takes the handoff and fights to the 11. Gain of 5.
And there's some growing pains going on too in the secondary for the Packers, as we talked about, with Charles Woodson, a real veteran presence, and brought stability to that group. And then, of course, as you said, Morgan Burnett, him not being able to play in this game, he then took over that leadership role at the back end position. And now you've got M.D. Jennings and Jerron McMillan, and it's tough when you're facing a team that can threaten you the way that San Francisco has with Bolden here this afternoon.
Second down and 5. Kaepernick pass. Oh, look, he's doing everything. Anquan Bolden, catch number 10, is a one-handed grab to set up first and goal.
Well, they talked about it the other day. Anquan Bolden makes circus catches every day in practice. I know on Friday when we were watching him, he made a couple acrobatic receptions in that one, and these are the things that he does. I think you've gotten to a point for a guy who's been playing as long as he has, he's in his 11th season, that you take a lot of those types of catches for granted.
Now first and goal. Gore slipped. Kaepernick throws for the touchdown. Vernon Davis. His second of the day.
Come right away with play action, and that's hard on a defense when you're down in that part of the field, and you've got to overcommit yourself to playing the run, and then it opens up those throws to the tight end Davis.
21-14 as Dawson knocks it through. Opening possession, second half. Kaepernick gets him down the field and into the end zone, into the hands of Vernon Davis.
Today's game on Fox is sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Find our fares online only at southwest.com. By Nissan, innovation that excites. By Old Spice, get unnecessary freshness and start winning everything today. And by Miller Lite. It's not just a good time, it's Miller time.
It is a warm day in San Francisco on Sunday, September 8th. Good game between the 49ers and the Packers. San Francisco up by 7. inside the 5. Out to the 21.5. Scuda on the tackle. Those two guys have the touchdowns for the 49ers. Frustration on the back end for the Packers, down by 7. First possession. Second half for the Packers, down by 7. In the first, Eddie Lacy sighting since his first half fumble. Lined up behind John Kuhn and Jermichael Finley. Gets it running left to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Ran into a wall. First guy there was Patrick Willis.
Both these defensive units have just been excellent against the run throughout this game. And Eddie Lacy, as you said, he's getting another opportunity. You can only imagine what's on his mind. And first and foremost is protecting the football. And a lot of times when you're so concerned about protecting the ball that it takes away some of the things you're able to then do as a runner.
Packers' longest running play so far, 3 yards. Delayed handoff. Lacy, not much. Picked up 2.
We saw it there in that first half that, you know, Mike McCarthy, if they're not able to run the ball better than they did on those last 2 plays, he's not going to stick with it, at least not in this game. Normally he will. He'll continue to try to maintain some balance, but just knowing how tough this 49er group is, if it's not working, he's going to put the ball back into Rodgers' hands.
3rd down and 8. Blitz. Quick throw to Cobb. And out in space, he's brought down by the rookie Reed. And he's had a nice debut here in week 1.
Well, he really has, because that's not an easy play to make for Eric Reed. He comes up and, you know, Randall Cobb has this ball in open space, and for Eric Reed to be able to come up and make a play on him, that's impressive. I know that they have sure been impressed with what they've seen of Reed throughout the preseason. He earned the starting job. They did not hand it to him. They're starting to see why.
3rd 3 and out for the Packers offensively as Williams takes it from inside the 30. And it's a 6-yard return. 46-yard punt. Devon House on the tackle. 49ers have a 7-point lead in the football. 7:41 left, 3rd quarter. 6 of the last 7 49er possessions have started at their own 35 or better. That's a storyline in this game. The Packers average starting field position their own 19.
Green Bull Windsor! Green Bull Windsor!
Handoff is to Gore. And Gore pops free for 5 yards down to the field, and Pam Oliver.
Well, Joe, you guys spoke about Johnny Jolly. He was one of the members who went over to the Packers secondary as they were huddled up. He gave them a pep talk saying, in essence, we've got your back and hang in there against Anquan Bolden. Bolden was the sole topic of conversation from the position coach. He's obviously of great concern to them. Back to you.
Yeah, he should be. 10 catches, 143 yards, a touchdown, averaging over 14 yards a catch. 2nd and 5. Kaepernick finds McDonald, but he dropped it. Throw a bit low. 3rd and 5 coming up. Last year it was Colin Kaepernick's legs. The playoff record, 181 rush yards to beat the Packers in the divisional playoff. This year it's his arm so far, and 3rd down coming up.
A little surprised there that Colin Kaepernick, knowing that there was no safety in the middle of the field, they're all pressed up in man coverage. You got Anquan Bolden one-on-one with the entire field to work, that he wouldn't try to take a shot. I don't know if he just didn't see it. They just felt that he had something a little bit more sure underneath, but they failed to capitalize on what could have been a big opportunity.
Kaepernick slings it incomplete, with Marlon Moore targeted for the first time today, former Dolphin receiver. It's 4th down, and the Green Bay defense comes up with a couple of plays on that last possession.
Yeah, outstanding job defensively by the Packers, and You know, we show Marlon Moore. The guy who I really expected to see a little bit of today was the rookie Quentin Patton, you know, out of Louisiana Tech, 4th-round pick that they were raving about on Friday, but he hasn't had any opportunities in this game.
Now a false start.
False start. Number 26, defense, offense. 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
Joe, you talked about the field position, the average starting position. In order to turn that around, the Packers really need something to happen on special teams. A big return, try to help out their offense. The offense has been operating, you know, with their backs up against the goal line for a good part of this game.
That's why Mike McCarthy has Randall Cobb waiting for this punt. It's not a good punt. Line drive. Cobb with a chance. Got a block, and now he is out across the 30. So they get it from Cobb. Nice 16-yard return. Packers with the ball as they trail by 7. Never be without football. Get coverage of every NFL game on NFL Mobile. Call ** NFL to download it now. Starting at their own 31.
Box it, box it, box it, box it, box it. Green 18. Green 18.
Late handoff Lacey. Little stutter step. Gain of 2. Glenn Dorsey, who was given a 2-year deal to come to San Francisco from Kansas City, made that stop. 49ers lost Deshaun Goldson on the back end. They lost Isaac Sopoaga up front. And those tackle spot man by Ian Williams and Glenn Dorsey. 2nd and 8. Lacey again left side. McCarthy sticking with the ground game out to the 40. Willis on the tackle. Let's go to Joel Klatt for a game break.
Thanks, Joe. And Carson Palmer again finds Larry Fitzgerald deep for his 2nd touchdown pass of the season. Both to Larry Fitzgerald. By the way, Fitzgerald only 4 TD catches all last season.
Joel, thanks. 3rd down and 1. Rodgers keeps it. He'll pick up the 1st down and hop out of bounds at the Green Bay 46.
You wonder when a quarterback keeps it like that, if it's called from upstairs or if it's just something that he sees. I've seen it done both ways. Sometimes a quarterback has the freedom. If he feels that the defense is collapsing, that defensive end, outside linebacker, that they can keep the ball and pick it up now.
1st down.
They just threw a flag for unsportsmanlike conduct. The very end of that play, it's against San Francisco, so tack on 15 more and we'll try and find it. It moves the ball inside the San Francisco 40. And amongst all those Packers, it was Navarro Bowman over there on the sideline that did or said something that drew the flag.
Yeah, something happened.
Rodgers has Cobb. Cobb gets smacked by the rookie Eric Reid, and somehow Randall Cobb hung on. 13-yard completion, and Eric Reid gave him all he had.
Yeah, he runs the out and up, and he gets Navarro Bowman, who just had the penalty, gets him to bite on the out route. He gets in behind it, and not a real easy catch for him. Rodgers was trying to protect him by putting it on his back hip, but wasn't able to keep him from getting hit by Reid.
Rodgers going to go toward the end zone. The pass is incomplete. Finley was forced out of bounds, and it was Whitner back there to make the play.
Yeah, Finley, he's going to make that catch and come down with it. It's a little bit like what we saw earlier in the ball game, and Whitner carrying him out. Yeah, I like the rule too, because before then it was up to the official kind of judgment call as to whether or not he would have landed with his feet in play. But they just did away with all that. Now if he's out of bounds, he's out of bounds.
2nd and 10.
Green 18. Green 18.
They fake it to Lacey. Pass is caught. What a catch by Cobb. He spins down, and they're going to touch him down at the 7. And Randall Cobb, who is not a big guy, has made a catch, survived a big hit, and now somehow Troy came up with this.
Well, first of all, the protection was outstanding up front. You see Rodgers getting to what was his third receiver. Normally the hand position by Cobb would be the other way. He came at it a little bit differently, made the catch a little bit tougher than it really needed to be, but an excellent job.
Pass, end zone, Nelson for the touchdown. And the answer from Aaron Rodgers. Rodgers picked up 1 first down with his legs, but got him down the field and into the end zone with his right arm.
Yeah, on the slant route, and he gets a free release. He gets in behind it. They put it on him, and you're right. Mike McCarthy comes out to start this drive, runs a couple times with Eddie Lacy, doesn't get anything there. They get the nice third down conversion with the legs of Rodgers, and the rest of the way it was pure Aaron Rodgers putting the ball where he had to. Another answer by Green Bay to the score by San Francisco moments ago.
And now tied at 21. The third-year pro Randall Cobb, he is tough. That's his second of 2 good catches on the drive. Aaron Rodgers, a touchdown throw. We're tied at 21. Jordy Nelson gets the 8-yard touchdown catch to cap a 7-play, 69-yard drive. Aaron Rodgers 3 for 4 on that drive, and was an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty called against Navarro Bowman during that drive. So we're tied at 21, and the ball is blown off the kicking tee before Mastay can get after it. Parrish Cox is waiting deep for San Francisco. This time either, and Mastay looks like he'll be a weapon kicking off for the Packers this year. Wednesday on The Ultimate Fighter, the tension between rival coaches Ronda Rousey and Miesha Tate boils over when their #1 picks square off in one of the most shocking battles in Ultimate Fighter history. That's this Wednesday, only on Fox Sports 1. Give you the comparison between the 2 quarterbacks. Aaron Rodgers on top, both with 3 touchdowns. The 1 pick was on a dropped pass by Finley that ended up intercepted by Eric Reed.
Boy, doesn't get any closer than that. The way these 2 guys have performed, not surprised that they've come out here in week 1 and played as well as they have.
Kaepernick's got Williams, and Kyle Williams has got a first down rolling out near the 37. 17-yard completion. Jones on the tackle.
Kyle Williams on the outside. They're drawing so much attention to Bolden underneath. It opened up that intermediate zone, and you know, Kyle Williams is also a guy coming off of a major injury last year, ACL, and he's had some hamstring issues. He's been limited in his work.
Hand off to Gore, and Gore ran into B.J. Raji. Gain of a yard. Coming up on 3 minutes left in quarter number 3.
You look at B.J. Raji and Johnny Jolly and Ryan Pickett, and I mean, those are some big bodies in there that Dom Capers has to try to slow down the run, and you know, that's where it all begins. That's what every defensive coach talks about, and like I said, facing this 49er offense that loves to run the football, they have been outstanding here in this ball game.
2nd down and 9. Kaepernick down the middle's got Vernon Davis. Another big one to number 85. He's got 2 touchdowns and now a 37-yard catch. And he's talked about how he and Kaepernick are now on another level from a year ago, and it's showing here today.
Well, here's Vernon Davis. He's working the middle of the field. They've got two safeties deep. That's where they're vulnerable, is down the middle, and Vernon Davis is not your typical tight end. He's probably the fastest guy on the field, and so when he lines up, even as big as he is, 200 and almost 60 pounds, he is a mismatch for anyone else, and with that kind of space, Kaepernick lays it out for a big game.
Longest play of the game, 37 yards. Here's Hunter, brought down by Matthews. A gain of 1. 49ers right back into field goal range. Dawson has only attempted 1 in this game, and he missed it.
It really is remarkable that, as I was just saying prior to that play to Vernon Davis, how well this Packers defense has been against the run. The front seven, and specifically those big guys up front, have been outstanding. They just have not been able to hold up on the back end against Vernon Davis and really Anquan Bolden.
On second down, Kaepernick throws too high for Anquan Bolden. Bolden made his NFL debut 10 years and a day ago with Arizona at Detroit. It was in 2003, had 10 catches and a career-high 217 yards, 2 touchdowns. Today, a fantastic debut here for the 49ers.
Yeah, he was a guy who got a lot of opportunities in Arizona. Then he went to Baltimore, an entirely different style of offense. Didn't catch nearly as many balls, still very impactful. But what a debut for him here today.
Now 3rd down and 9. Kaepernick steps up. Got away from the sack, and now with his legs, he's got a 1st down for San Francisco. And Harbaugh wants the 49ers to hurry up, get back into the huddle or right up to the line of scrimmage. 15-yard run, and Anquan Bolden at the end of that play just buried someone along the sideline.
Well, the Packers try to bring pressure, but watch Frank Gore right there with the block that frees Kaepernick up the sideline and being able to pick up the 1st down. Here's the hit that you talked about at the end of that play.
Jared Bush.
And that gets dangerous.
So with 47 seconds left in this 3rd quarter, we welcome you back inside the broadcast booth. In this game, Troy Aikman certainly has not disappointed at all.
No, it hasn't. I mean, you're going to have some of the mistakes that we've seen in this ball game, particularly the penalties in week 1. I mean, that's throughout the league. But, these teams, I think, have both played well. Defenses have done a nice job. The secondary for Green Bay has had some problems. But, I agree with Jim Harbaugh on what he said coming out at half. I mean, this game's going to come down to who's able to protect the football. They've both been able to do that here in this 2nd half, but every time it seems that Green Bay's starting to get a little momentum, San Francisco comes right back down the field and is able to come away with the lead.
Which they are doing right now. They're in position to take the lead. Right now we've got a 21-21 game. And there's the day for Kaepernick, his first career 300-yard passing day. And he's got a 1st and goal. Looking right all the way. Pass broken up. Bolden, the intended receiver, and Sam Shields broke it up. San Francisco, by the way, had to burn a timeout after that 1st down run by Kaepernick, and a good play by Shields. Maybe got that right arm in there a little early, but no flag.
Well, that's a full-time job right there, trying to match up with Anquan Bolden, and he's undersized, but he played that ball very well.
Kaepernick takes it, and Matthews takes him down. A loss of 7.
Well, you see Clay Matthews, as soon as he sees the ball come out, he is attacking it. There is no hesitation whatsoever. We've seen that. We certainly saw it earlier in the ball game. Haven't seen the 49ers go to that look very often, but Matthews hits it when he sees it, and he was ready to go after Kaepernick, and they would have been better served had he have handed that one off.
And so that moves the ball back outside the 15 to the 17, where it's 3rd and goal, and now the play clock is winding down. And it's going to be 5 yards either way.
False start, number 59, offense, 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
You talk about a difference maker on defense. Clay Matthews proving that yet again. And Matthews had something to say to Kaepernick after dragging him down with a loss of 7.
He needs to be careful. He get too carried away. He come away with another penalty like he did earlier.
And now timeout is taken. And we are at the end of quarter number 3. Tie game. 49ers moving in back after this from your local Fox station. We begin the 4th quarter here in San Francisco at Candlestick Park. It's a 3rd down and goal with the ball back at the 22. And more of a delay.
The Rodgers spot is correct.
They were questioning the spot of the football. And so it's 3rd and goal from the 22. Kaepernick finds Gore. And Gore is going to get it inside the 10. That's it. The field goal unit will come on for the 49ers trying to regain the lead. 13 yards on 3rd and goal from the 22.
Yeah, good job defensively by the Packers, just holding them here to a field goal attempt. They had momentum going and they toughened up, of course, then with the play by Matthews and the penalty, and it backed them up. And it's a good job of not giving up another touchdown on this drive.
Phil Dawson, one of the most accurate field goal kickers in league history. 84% for his career. 0 for 1 today, and now 1 for 2. Hits from 27, and the 49ers are back up by 3. Let's go down to the field and Pam Oliver.
Joe, I'll tell you something about linebacker Clay Matthews. He decided to go to the Packers and speak up about ways he thought the defense could improve. Matthews told me after the way the season ended last year, whether it was personnel or play calling, the players on his side of the ball needed to be held more accountable. He added the defense had too many performance issues and they let it slide for too long. Back to you.
I think the biggest thing, Joe, that really offended Clay Matthews and everyone on that defense was the insinuation following that playoff loss to the 49ers that they were soft, and felt that the 49ers just took it to them as they did, and it was because they were more physical, and they had to hear about that all offseason. And you know, the way that you stop people from saying that about you is you play well against the run. It seems that when teams struggle stopping the run, then the label immediately is that you're soft. And as I've talked about throughout this game, they've done a great job against the run, with that being an emphasis throughout this offseason. Now they just got to shore up some of the things that have happened on the other end in the secondary by turning some of these guys loose.
Dawson will kick it away. Jeremy Ross is waiting for it. Take a knee. You could hear John Kuhn yelling back at him, no, 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 take a knee. And so the drive will start at the 20, and we look at Aaron Rodgers taking the field down by 3. Aaron Rodgers with the #1 all-time quarterback rating at 104.9. The beloved Steve Young, #2 all-time at 96.8. Aaron Rodgers, 39 touchdowns, just 8 interceptions a year ago. He's thrown 1 pick. He's thrown 3 touchdowns, and he trails by 3. Handoff is to Cobb. Doing as much as he can with it. Gains 3. Justin Smith on the tackle.
You think back to that first game last year, Randall Cobb comes in, and They started using him in the backfield, created some real problems for this 49er defense. He had 20 snaps from the backfield, had 9 catches in that game, and I know Vic Fangio said it creates some problems. We haven't seen a lot of it. We saw a little bit of it in the first half, but they motioned him into the backfield on that last play, and they hand it to him. I would think they'll start working him in the passing game some coming up.
They fake it to Lacey. Rodgers is brought down. Aldon Smith, and a loss of 3.
Now the pressure right here from Aldon Smith, and Bakhtiari, he does a decent job of trying to run him by Aaron Rodgers, but because there was pressure on the other side, Ray McDonald up inside, it just didn't allow Rodgers the escape route that he normally would have.
Aldon's second sack of the day. Now 3rd and 10. Quick throw, and the pass broken up. Navarro Bowman flashed in front of Jermichael Finley, and it's 3 and out.
Well-designed defense there by coordinator Fangio. They're going to be pressure here, but they take they bring Bowman across from there. So what initially looks to Rodgers like he's going to have a free lane because of the blitzer coming to that side, Navarro Bowman comes across the formation and is able to get there just before the ball arrives.
Just 1:08 off the clock during that 3-and-out drive, as Williams takes it to the 35, and they throw a flag. Devon House on the tackle. Seems like just about every punt we've had a flag end up on the ground at the end of the play. It was thrown in the area of where the blocking was happening for Kyle Williams. We'll get the call from Bill Levy, who's been busy. Good 49-yard punt by Mastay. And the conference continues.
There were 2 fouls on the receiving team. Personal foul and necessary roughness, number 26 going out of bounds and blocking the flyer. That penalty will be 15 yards from the end of the kick. 26 also held during the down. That penalty is declined. First down.
So the penalty, both of them against the 49ers. San Francisco with a 3-point lead. They'll march the ball back. Rodgers can only sit and watch with the rest of us. 49ers up 24-21.
Today's game on Fox is sponsored by the all-new 2014 Chevy Silverado. By Bud Light, it's the sure sign of a good time. Here we go. And by DirecTV. If you call yourself a sports fan, you gotta get DirecTV.
Beautiful building, the Palace of Fine Arts, on this gorgeous September day in San Francisco. 1st and 10. Kaepernick, with plenty of protection and time, finds his fullback Miller, and Miller's got a first down out across the 30. A 16-yard catch and run, and Johnny Jolly is slow to get up.
Oh boy, I don't know, not sure exactly what that is, but they'll come out and see if they can't help him along.
Johnny Jolly was able to get up and jog off the field. Here's the injury, 97. But he looks to be okay. First down for San Francisco after the catch and run by Bruce Miller. Up by 3. Kaepernick keeps it, gets a block on the edge, but there's nothing out there. A block by Frank Gore, but that play loses 3.
Yeah, you can see Frank Gore. This was a keeper the entire way. Frank Gore is going to come out here and he's going to take out the guy who would be taking Kaepernick. And they're feeling then that if they block it up, see Joe Staley, he's up at the next level as well, that they can secure the edge and get Kaepernick on the corner with nobody then accounting for him. But as Kaepernick does so well, Green Bay played it well, and he got on the ground. And you don't see him taking a lot of hits especially when he can avoid them. But they're very smart as far as how they use him and how they run some of their schemes.
Here's Gore left side, and he runs into A.J. Hawk. A loss of 1. Let's go to Joel Klatt with a game break.
And guys, Sam Bradford trying to bring the Rams all the way back. Great play fake, back of the end zone. Jared Cook for the touchdown. Then Bradford goes for 2, keeps it himself. He's in. They have later tacked on a field goal, and they have come all the way back, tied at 24 in St. Louis.
Anquan Bolden, thanks Joel, is slow to get off the field. Let's go back, and he got that hit up high and then down low by his teammate Staley. Talk about the job. That's not anything the 49ers want to see. Is you see the right leg get pinned under the body of Staley, but not even really getting looked at on the side.
Yeah, that's a good sign that he didn't go over to the bench and sit down, that he's still right there with the coaches.
Now 3rd down and 14. Kaepernick lost it for Williams, broken up, and it was Shields who made the play. Able to recover because Kyle Williams was by him.
Boy, he was, and Kyle Williams is their fastest wide receiver. Sam Shields, of course, has great speed. He's able to make it up, but only because the ball was underthrown. I mean, he was beat bad. And if Kaepernick had been able to get that one out there, that was an easy touchdown. But Shields, with his speed, able to recover and get an arm on the ball and keep them from hauling that one in.
Kaepernick was hit by Matthews after letting the ball go. Here's Lee, just got it away. Randall Cobb with a fair catch around the 25. 46-yard punt. Here's the hit on Kaepernick by Clay Matthews. And at the end of it, it was Shields making the defensive play. 49ers up by 3.
Today's game on Fox is sponsored by the all-new 2014 Chevy Silverado.
The OT coming up immediately after the action here in San Francisco, and Kyle Williams got behind Sam Shields. Shields can run, he can sprint, and Shields made up a lot of ground to break it up. Now the Packers, who have never led in this game, trailing by 3, delayed handoff to Lacy. And Lacy is knocked down inches shy of the 30, a gain of 6. Justin Smith on the tackle for San Francisco. Kaepernick's had to do it with his arm. Last year the 49ers had such a good ground game. They've been able to do nothing on the ground today against the Green Bay defense, who just got the ball back for Aaron Rodgers.
Here comes.
Here's Lacy left side, and he leaps for a first down. Picks up 7.
Well, that was close. Ray McDonald does an outstanding job as he's coming down the line to at least force Eddie Lacy to get airborne there, because had he have been able to run through that hole, there was a nice space in front of him for a lot more than he ultimately got.
Here's Finley on the edge. He's got another Green Bay first down. A previous run by Lacy of 7 yards, the longest Packer run of the day, and now down by 3, under 10 to go. First down for the Packers at their own 49, and they're right back up near the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to keep the pressure on San Francisco here with the up-tempo, no-huddle offense.
Rodgers spins out to his left. Throws to Nelson, who makes the catch. They're going to say the feet were down and inbounds. A circus catch on the sideline, and Aaron Rodgers is getting the Packers up to the line as quick as he can. A 37-yard completion.
How good was that? A great job by Jordy Nelson of hauling that in. A designed rollout that protected up.
Here's Lacy. And Lacy barrels down inside the 10. It looked like Nelson got the toes down. prior to rolling out of bounds. That last carry by Lacy, good for 6. Here's the catch, 37 yards. What a beauty.
Well, they roll Aaron Rodgers out, help out with protection, and then he puts it on the sideline. But for him to control his body and haul that in, impressive.
Here's Lacy, cuts upfield, and Eddie Lacy is going to pick up the first down. And so 1st and goal, and the Green Bay Packers are a couple of yards away from their first lead of the day. What a day for Jordy Nelson. Packers hurry up again. Harbaugh livid on the sidelines, and the pass incomplete. Harbaugh is complaining that they didn't get set.
Well, Eddie Lacy, I mean, you got to be set for a second before the ball is snapped, and Eddie Lacy was just getting situated when this ball was hiked. And you know, I don't blame Jim Harbaugh. I thought the same thing. It didn't look to me like Eddie Lacy had gotten set for the required amount of time before Aaron Rodgers got the ball.
2nd and goal. Lacy for the touchdown. Behind the block of Andrew Corliss, Eddie Lacy, the rookie, has his first NFL touchdown, and the Packers have their first lead of the day. Looked like he got his right arm with the football across the goal line, and he did. They'll give that a look, should stand, and the Packers are on top.
Well, that was an impressive drive, and on that last play, yeah, they give it to the rookie. He gets airborne, but he gets in behind Andrew Corliss, who hasn't played in well over a year. It's got to feel good for him to be out there contributing today, but an outstanding drive by Green Bay to score this touchdown.
Now a 4-point lead. The big play, the longest play of the day for Green Bay, 37 yards to Jordy Nelson. Set it up. Lacy, the rookie, takes it in, and the Pack is up 4. Eddie Lacy has his first NFL touchdown. Before that drive, he had carried it 9 times for 15 yards and had a fumble. But on that drive, 5 carries, 26 yards, his first touchdown, and for the Packers, their first lead, up by 4, and now Colin Kaepernick. We'll see what he can do. Here on opening day in San Francisco is Maste. Just blasts it out of the back of the end zone. This guy brings a lot. Anquan Bolden in his 49er debut today, 10 catches, 143 yards, and going down the bench trying to pump up his teammates. He wants to start 1-0. The Packers want to return the favor as San Francisco went into Green Bay last year in week 1 and got a win.
Well, this game has been everything that we thought it would be coming in. I mean, these two teams, I'd be shocked if we don't see them again as we move into January, but what a great way to kick off this season.
Kaepernick keeps it out to his left, and he'll run and slide. They'll mark him at the 26. Clay Matthews was out there defending for the Packers. The running game, Troy, last year the 49ers averaged over 5 yards per carry. Today, prior to that run, 1.7. That's good work by the Green Bay defensive front.
They ought to feel good about that when this one's over. You know, I mean, knowing again how much time is spent, not just to read option, but just run defense in general, and to face this group as good as they are, best offensive line in football. This defense has been outstanding against the run.
On second down, Kaepernick finds Bolden. There he is again. Catch number 11. Does not go down. Out of bounds inside the 35.
You know, we've seen Anquan Bolden get into the bunch formations, and they've kind of disguised it a little bit, and they've been able to free him up. This time, they just run him straight up the field. He runs an in-crossing route. They put it on him. I mean, there's not a lot of deception to what the 49ers did there, and yet the Packers still not able to even have a man on him. And then once he catches the ball, they're not able to get him on the ground.
43 yards, the longest play of the day. The guy who was just pumping up his teammates as the 49ers inside the 35. Here's Hunter over the right side. Kendall Hunter out of bounds near the 10. They're going to mark him out at the 9. It's 1st and goal.
Well, Bruce Miller first is going to come. He's going to kick out here, and then they're going to get the block by Vernon Davis because he's got a two-way break. Kendall Hunter does. John McMillan's just trying to turn it back inside and hopefully have some help from his teammates, but there's nobody there then closing. And I think the 49ers do as good a job as anybody in securing that second level, and they're able to get finally pretty good run off themselves.
49ers had just 45 rushing yards prior to that play. That was 23 yards, and Kaepernick has to spend the 49ers' second timeout. The television event of the season is finally here. Monday, September 16th. A legend is reborn. Don't miss the series premiere of Sleepy Hollow, Monday, September 16th. A week from tomorrow at 9 Eastern. What a difference from the playoff game and the divisional matchup. The Green Bay defense allowed 323 rush yards. Today only 68.
Well, both of these defenses, when one of the teams have gone down and scored, the other one, whether it's been Green Bay throughout this game and now San Francisco, they've responded. And if the defenses are having letdowns after their offense is able to come away with some points, but we've seen each of these offenses time after time answer.
Gore down to the 2. M.D. Jennings made the touchdown saving tackle. A gain of 7. Now it's 2nd and goal. The ball just inside the 2. Under 6 to go. Gore again. Waited for it and has the touchdown. Behind Upati and Kilgore, an extra offensive lineman, the touchdown for Frank Gore.
Yeah, they pull these guys down here. Kilgore, the extra blocker. You can see the patience by Frank Gore. A lot of times these younger running backs will just get in there and hit it too fast, and it all gets clogged up. But great patience by Frank Gore, waiting for it to happen, getting in behind his blockers, finding a way to get it across the goal line.
And with that, the 49ers right back on top, now up by 3. We talked about it coming in Thursday night, the way the season began. Peyton Manning, 7 touchdown passes. Today there were thrilling games in the early window, and now here late. This is about as good as it could be in the late afternoon in San Francisco.
Yeah, this is great. I mean, it's happening a little bit differently maybe than what we anticipated, but 2 of the heavyweights in the NFC once again. I think when you look at it coming into this year, you liked Green Bay and San Francisco. Here they are meeting up again in week 1. The game's going to come down to the wire as we expected, and this is just a great ball game, and as I said, just a great way to kick off this year.
Okay, so now Kaepernick gets his team down the field. Now it's Aaron Rodgers, and the ground game has been giving Green Bay enough of a look to keep this defense honest, but you have to believe now this game for Green Bay is in the right hand of Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I think so. There's still plenty of time, and I think that's the important thing that Green Bay recognizes, that there's time for them and they don't have to rush it too much. And that last drive that that Green Bay had, they went right down the field. I think they're going to want to probably slow this thing down a little bit and obviously they want to come away with a touchdown, but the way these games are anymore in the NFL, you just hate to give it back to an opposing team with any kind of time left on the clock.
Dawson kicks it away. Ross will bring it out. And Ross can't make the 10. It was C.J. Spillman. One of the best special teams players for the 49ers down there to make a big hit.
And we've seen a few questionable returns now, by the Green Bay Packers and not giving themselves very good field position, and this was another one.
So Rodgers has to start at the 9 and deal with a lot of noise. Pass is batted down. Brooks got out there and made the play. Trying to get it to Cobb.
Yeah, they're trying to run the wide receiver screen here, and it looked like they had it set up pretty good, too. I mean, had they had been able to get the ball to him. Navarro Bowman trying to work his way out there to it, but they're going to try to hit some high percentage stuff and see if they can't get a first down here.
Rodgers got free, gets to the 15, and then got hit by Reed.
That was one of those decisions that Aaron Rodgers had to make. Do I try to pick up the first down or do I slide and protect myself? I think he did the right thing, trying to get as much yardage out of that as he could. He was doing all that he possibly could, knowing where the chains were. He just wasn't able to get enough.
3rd down and 4. Rodgers got away from McDonald. On the run for Nelson, incomplete. And it's 4th down. Nnamdi Asomugha back in the Bay Area, this time with San Francisco out there defending.
Well, the 49ers, hey, they had to come out defensively and make a stop, and they're able to force a 3 and out, and now it's going to be up to this Packers defense.
That's the 5th 3 and out forced by the 49er defense. What a beautiful punt by Mastay. And that drives Williams back to his own 34. And we look ahead to next week and the matchups. We're going to see a lot of Green Bay early on Fox NFL Sunday. Pre-game show kicking off at noon Eastern. We'll see the Redskins in RG3 at Lambeau to take on the Green Bay Packers, Cowboys and Chiefs, Vikings, Bears, Panthers, Bills, the Rams, and the Falcons. Rams just won their game at home over Arizona. And then late, Saints and Bucks, Lions and Cardinals. So a quick 3 and out for Aaron Rodgers, and now it's up to Kaepernick in this 49er offense. Take time off the clock. Bolden, why not? Another catch. Out across the 40. Sam Shields on the tackle. Gain of 6.
Well, the 49ers anticipating that the Packers are expecting them just to come out and run the football, and instead they just throw the quick pass and pick up a nice gain there on 1st down.
Green Bay with all 3 of their timeouts remaining. 2nd down and 3. '49ers broke the huddle with 13 seconds left in the play clock. Just get it away, and Gore, who had the go-ahead touchdown, runs into Ryan Pickett.
That's a great job by Ryan Pickett. He's one of those 3 big bodies that we were talking about, the ability to play the run, and he held up nicely there, and now he forced him to a 3rd down.
3rd down and 4. We welcome in a new audience. Just watched a good game between St. Louis and Arizona. Great game here. Big third down. Kaepernick keeps it. He finds Davis, and Vernon Davis with a first down. Good block by Frank Gore on the play, and a 15-yard catch and run on 3rd down and 4.
You see where Vernon Davis comes from. He's in the backfield, and you got eyes looking in the backfield. Jones is, and he was the one who was trying to get out there, but Vernon Davis, with his speed coming across the formation, well designed, he's able to then get in the flat and pick up what was an easy first down. Just a good concept there by Greg Roman, the offensive coordinator.
It wasn't too long ago, if you're just joining us, the Packers had their first lead of the day. San Francisco went right down the field. They lead by 3. They hand to Gore, who got the go-ahead touchdown, and Frank takes it to the 40. And a timeout will be taken by Green Bay. Here's a recount. Cross your fingers for us. A lot's happened. Unnecessary roughness on a hit by Clay Matthews. The 49ers got another crack at it after offsetting penalties. Golden had his first touchdown. And then back and forth we went for the most part, even though San Francisco was able to stay ahead until that touchdown by Eddie Lacy was answered on a short touchdown run by Frank Gore. And with 2 timeouts remaining, it'll be 2nd down for San Francisco. 2 timeouts left for Green Bay. There's the day for Aaron Rodgers, the day for Colin Kaepernick, his first 300-yard day. Through the air, he's knocking on the door of his first 400-yard day. He's thrown for 3 touchdowns. And Anquan Bolden, first day as a 49er, 12 catches. He's been tough. He's brought a lot to this team leading into this season, and it has been big today in his debut. Here's Gore, brought down from behind. Play made by Mike Neal. And Green Bay will use its 2nd timeout.
Yeah, well, Green Bay has given up yards on first down on this possession, but they've been really good on 2nd down, forcing these 3rd down situations. They weren't able to get off the field on the last 3rd down, and now they're faced with another one. You wonder at this part of the field, what would Jim Harbaugh do if they don't pick up the first down here on 3rd down? Will he go for it?
Well, everything that factors into that, you trust your quarterback, you trust the offense depending on the situation, and if you can, if it makes sense and it's realistic, try to keep Aaron Rodgers on the sideline and run out the clock. But that's for later. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Gang on, gang on.
Little delay. Brought down short of a first down. Green Bay will spend their final timeout, and now we'll have that decision by Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah, just some confusion there in the backfield with Kaepernick and Gore. Kaepernick opens to his left. Gore was expecting the handoff on the other side, but he's able to come back and at least turn it into some positive yardage. I mean, normally when something like that happens, it's just a disaster, but they at least are able to get a couple yards out of it to make this an interesting decision.
The decision has been made. They're going to go for it. Green Bay out of timeouts. It's 4th down and 2. Clay Matthews made that last play, and he has made quite a few of them here this afternoon. In case you're wondering, it would be a 54-yard field goal try from this spot. Instead, they go for it. Or they're going to try and draw him offside. And the timeout taken. So now you go to the other side of it. They don't go for it on 4th and 2. Andy Lee is out on the field. He's not just the punter, he's also the holder. Again, this would be a 54-yard field goal try from here. Phil Dawson's career long is 56. And Aaron Rodgers may indeed get another chance at the 49ers before the end of this game. This Clay Matthews telling his team not to jump.
Yeah, and you get up there as the quarterback and you try to draw a defense off sides, and that's it. Once the defense hangs in there on the first hard count, the play's pretty much over. I mean, at that point, you're not going to get them when you come back to it the second and third time.
But they're going to go for it anyway.
Yeah, I think that's a good decision. You know, I mean, where they're at on the field right now, yardage-wise isn't going to make that big of a difference if they tried to punt it. Field goal, I think that's dicey if you miss. I think this is the right call.
Fourth down and 2. Kaepernick to his right. Finds Bolden. And a perfect cap to a great debut for number 81. The first down catch. They're able to break up that pileup, and Anquan Bolden has made his statement here in his first day as a 49er.
Yeah, who else would catch this? You know, Anquan Bolden's going to go to the flat, and they cover it up, but this is what he does. He just finds a spot. He plays the game. He knows that Kaepernick is wanting someone to get open and free himself. He's able to do it. Kaepernick finds him.
A 400-yard passing day for Kaepernick, a 200-yard receiving day for Bolden, and now Frank Gore is able to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. It'll be second down when we come back. Green Bay out of timeouts, running out of time. Down by 3 in San Francisco. San Francisco runs out the clock. The time of possession will be so heavy. San Francisco 39 minutes to Green Bay's just under 21. San Francisco has trailed only once. They lead by 3. 2 minutes left. Second down and 10, and the handoff is to the sure-handed Frank Gore. One thing we have to go back to, because it will be talked about after this game, was the improper enforcement on a penalty in the second quarter on offsetting dead ball personal fouls. This officiating crew gave San Francisco another crack at it on third down. It should have been fourth down, and on the ensuing play, San Francisco completed a 10-yard touchdown to Anquan Bolden, such a big part of what's transpired here today, and we were alerted to that by Mike Pereira back in Los Angeles. A minute and a half to go, third down and 6. Hand off to Gore. Actually, Kaepernick keeps it, slides down short of a first down. And we haven't seen, Troy, a ton of the read option. We have not seen that, even with all the talk that happened during the course of the week. Kaepernick's been pretty well protected, and Jim Harbaugh is now going to bring his field goal unit onto the field to try and make it a 6-point game.
I thought we would have seen more of it, but I know when we visited with Greg Roman, you kind of walked away saying, all right, well, it's just not going to be a big part of what they do in this game, but knowing how much success they did have last January, thought we would see a little more.
33-yard try by Dawson. And Dawson in his 49er debut is 2 for 3. You may have seen Clay Matthews complaining after that third down play. Here's why. Matthews tried to get up, and Vernon Davis tripped him.
Well, I saw it as it happened, and Clay Matthews, they've got a pretty good theater program there at USC.
They actually do.
They do.
So now 26 seconds left. Aaron Rodgers will get back on the field, but he is out of timeouts and needing to get Green Bay into the end zone. Here's that play we talked about. The cause and the effect. The late hit by Clay Matthews out of bounds on Kaepernick. Staley, the big left tackle, retaliated. They called offsetting personal fouls, and instead of letting the third down play stand, they replayed third down. It would have been fourth down in what was then a tie game. You assume San Francisco would try the go-ahead field goal. Instead, they get the touchdown. At that point, it made it 14-7. Now it's 34-28. Green Bay About to get it back with Jeremy Ross waiting deep. And he will take a knee. In this game, Colin Kaepernick, 27 of 39, 412 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. And with all the talk, Troy, about his legs and the 181 rushing yards last year during the playoffs against Green Bay, he's proven before, he did it in the championship game in Atlanta, that he can win a game by standing back in the pocket or sliding around, and he'll beat you with his arm.
Yeah, I don't think anybody who questions whether or not Colin Kaepernick could have a game like he's had here this afternoon hasn't been paying attention to him playing last year, because he proved it the first time he came out here at Candlestick Park last year that he could throw from the pocket.
No timeouts left for Green Bay, down by 6. Rodgers has a man. That's Cobb. Cobb cannot get out of bounds. So the clock will continue to run, but Green Bay is now at least in a position where they can heave it to the end zone if they can kill the clock. Which they do. So this game is not over.
They're going to have one shot into the end zone, as you said. This game would have gotten a whole lot more interesting had Cobb been able to get out of bounds. He was trying to, but couldn't tell exactly who that was, Joe, that came in. It looked like it might have been Dante Whitner at the end of it that got there in time to keep Cobb from getting out of bounds.
It'll be a 3-man rush, and it'll be a heave into the end zone. Rodgers has to buy time, runs out of time, and this game's over. 49ers start 1-0. And the final here this afternoon, 34-28. San Francisco wins it. And we'll be back after the break. So much to recap on a great opening Sunday to this NFL season. Back in a moment.